So calf is one of the main muscles of the lower leg, of course, involving a couple different muscles. But in general, a muscle strain is where there can be anywhere from microscopic tearing and inflammation all the way up to kind of a break in the actual muscle, like a full tear of the muscle. If the team's describing it as a minor muscle strain, it's probably more the former, where it's some microscopic tearing and a minor partial tearing. The good news about that, obviously, it's on the lesser severe end of the spectrum, and typical return to play timelines are, a couple weeks or so for these more minor muscle grade strains. Obviously, the Warriors is a great professional organization, and they got top-notch medical personnel, so they're going to run them through the kind of professional protocol and things like that in terms of returning to play, as he basically has to be able to participate in full practices 100%. And before he even gets to that, he has to demonstrate that he's got strength, range of motion, flexibility of the muscle, and be able to do the things that are required for an NBA athlete, of course, before they even throw him into full practices. And then once he's comfortable with full practices and jumping and running up and down the court, that's when you start to think about getting back into games. Sometimes if there's situations where they may limit minutes initially before throwing them, back into full pre-injury participation, but that just depends on a variety of different circumstances. Very unlikely for it to affect him in the long term. Certainly re-injury or re-strain is sometimes a possibility, but that's why you go through the protocol, is really to reduce that risk and not put him out there before he's ready, which I'm sure the staff will do. Well, there's always a chance of something happening, of course. That is a very, very unlikely event. Of course, we hear about them because Achilles tears can happen with or without pre-existing calf strains, but that would be extremely unlikely in this circumstance.